up, Taiwan? I'm Jeremy Olivier with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. TSMC is signaling its commitment to Taiwan by expanding its domestic capacity to make its most advanced chips. The chip maker has been in hot water after recent overseas investments raised fears it would be giving away some of the country's competitive edge. Joyce Zhang reports.
TSMC is doubling down on its operations here in Taiwan by giving a rare glimpse into one of its factories that will be making its valuable 2-nanometer processors, the most advanced chip technology available in the world. The site, Fab 22 in Kaohsiung, is said to be the only other place outside the firm's headquarters further north in Hsinchu to make the 2-nanometer nodes. These are on track to hit mass production later this year. It's a class of chip TSMC says is faster and more efficient and is expected to create end products worth about $2 trillion within 5 years. The TSMC has been working to dispel fears that it could lose its tech advantage to other countries. Just this month, its head, C.C. Wei, was at the White House with U.S. President Donald Trump, pledging massive added investments to the U.S. to build 6 more facilities in Arizona. Some in Taiwan worry that with more of TSMC's advanced chips available on American soil, Washington could have less interest in supporting the country, a national security concern given Beijing's continued threat to invade. TSMC and Taiwan's president have both reassured the public that the chipmaker's most advanced tech will stay in Taiwan, a message alluded to at this ceremony as well by both TSMC's executive vice president YP Chin and the country's premier Zuo Rongtai. In chips, the goal of TSMC's competitors is to try and hit a moving target. These chips are constantly improving and becoming more sophisticated. So with 2-nanometer nodes on track for mass production in Taiwan later this year, the country is still ahead of the game for years to come. Alex Chen and Joyce Sin for TaiwanPlus.
Stock markets are falling sharply here in Asia ahead of more long-threatened U.S. tariffs that the White House says will apply to all countries. Taiwan's index closed down 4.2% after falling over 7% over the past few days of trading. The country's most valuable stock, chipmaker TSMC, is down 4.41%. The Taiwan dollar also fell against the U.S. dollar to a 9-year low. In Japan, its stock index briefly fell to its lowest point in over 6 months. Anxiety is growing over U.S. President Donald Trump's policy to wipe U.S. trade imbalances with tariffs. Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea all run trade surpluses with the U.S. In Taipei, President Lai Ching-te's office says he's looking into possible response measures to protect Taiwan's interests and economic stability. The official death toll from Myanmar's magnitude 7.7 earthquake has surpassed 2,000. Rescue teams are now racing against the clock to find survivors. Rosie Greninger reports.
After 60 hours trapped, a woman is pulled alive from the wreckage of a collapsed hotel in Myanmar. 3 days since the magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck the country's second-largest city, Mandalay, rescuers are racing to locate survivors within the critical 72-hour window, as the chances after that are significantly reduced. At least 1,700 people have been confirmed dead, and there are fears that that toll will rise significantly, with the Red Cross saying the devastation here is the worst seen in Asia in more than 100 years.
Many homes has been destroyed, road and bridge damaged. Many children and families are still missing and traumatized. We need urgent assistance, especially for the children, who often suffer the most in these kinds of situations.
The international community has heeded that call, with rescue teams from China and Russia assisting on the ground. And emergency supplies and millions of dollars in aid coming in from across the globe. But it is yet to reach all the impacted areas. In a country already battered by civil war and poorly equipped to deal with such a large-scale disaster, residents are joining in the effort, digging with their bare hands.
係好難認咧。三撇嘅話，要揸啲情況下，ကျွန်တော်唔試嘅，要揸邊嘛，ကျွန်တော်ရောက်လာ邊嘛都顧俾啦。
But rescue efforts are being hindered by powerful aftershocks. And there have also been reports that the military junta, which seized power in a coup 4 years ago, continued to launch airstrikes, despite opposition forces declaring a unilateral 2-week ceasefire. In neighbouring Thailand, the urgency also is palpable. Rescue teams are searching through the rubble of a collapsed building in Bangkok for survivors. 11 of the 18 people confirmed dead in Thailand were pulled from this building.
คือตอนนี้ทีมก็พยายามจะหาคนช่วยคนที่ยังมีชีวิตรอดอยู่เพราะว่าภายในเวลา72 ชั่วโมงเนี่ยเราจะพยายามช่วยคนที่มีชีวิตก่อนพวกอาวุธเรื่องรถไมคโครอะไรยังต้องเพราะว่าบางทีเวลาไปช่วยอะไรอาจจะมีผลกระทบเราต้องช่วยให้หมาให้คนเนี่ยดำเนินการช่วยก่อน
76 people are still missing beneath the debris. US military have joined the effort there, but as the window to find survivors closes, those waiting here are preparing for the worst. Dolphine Chen and Rosie Greninger for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's mass lawmaker recall saga rages on, with all three main parties coming out over the weekend to rally supporters and push the campaigns into high gear. Leslie Liao has more.
Taiwan is embroiled in a slew of recall campaigns. Across the country, lawmakers from the ruling Democratic Progressive Party and the main opposition Kuomintang face takedown campaigns. But here in the northern city of Hsinchu, the stakes are high for the smaller Taiwan People's Party, which for the first time is pushing for an all-out mobilization to fend off recall efforts. Hsinchu Mayor Gao Hong'an, who won the party's first ever mayoral post, is the only politician in that role to be targeted in this mass recall movement. Gao has been suspended from her duties over corruption charges, and she has since withdrawn from the party. Despite that, the TPP is still throwing its support behind her.
由民进党执政的中央会官派一个根本没有民意基础的市长来接收新竹市，请问你愿意吗？
As the TPP dug in and defended its position in Hsinchu, it received a helping hand from the larger opposition party, the Kuomintang. Prominent KMT politicians like outspoken lawmaker Xie Longjie urged Hsinchu residents to stand up for Gao.
所以不论如何，一定要准备第三阶段的投票，大家一定要出来个登票，登一个不同意罢免。
Hsinchu's event was more than a call to action for the TPP. It was also a show of support for the party's founder, Ko Wen-je. The former presidential candidate has been detained incommunicado on corruption charges for almost 7 months. And now reports are surfacing that Ke's health is deteriorating.
我们要帮柯文哲主席夺回，不仅仅是他的自由，我们也要帮台湾人夺回属于台湾人的民主自由。
Over in New Taipei, the DPP held its own event. Some of the party's lawmakers targeted by recall petitions also played defense.
我们被国民党锁定2罢，已经通过第1阶段的联署，但是吴思瑶跟张宏禄、苏巧慧有台湾人民来阮相挺，我们正能量稳步的行。
The DPP says the opposition coalition, which holds a majority in the legislature, has hurt the country with record cuts and freezes to the central government budget.
他有剧本的在乱煽乱动，他就是第一项，他要破坏台湾的硬实力。硬实力是什么？是国防。他把你的国防动了将近900亿。
But the party says its supporters and the grassroots recall campaigns against the opposition reflect the true will of the people.
公民发起的这个罢免行动， 是一张一张连叔叔去街头巷尾去签出，但是罢免民进党的立委是国民党中央一手来主导。
All three parties are asking people to come out in full force during this recall saga. With all cards on the table, each side seems compelled to go all in. Ryan Wu, Fu Hua Hong, and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Another Chinese spouse has left Taiwan after making pro-unification remarks in videos shared online. Taiwan's immigration agency says the woman, known as Enqi, departed Taiwan on Monday night. Her residency permit was revoked for promoting military unification on social media. She is the second Chinese spouse to leave the country in a week for posting controversial videos. A third is also required to leave Taiwan by Monday for similar reasons. But immigration officials have not confirmed details of her pending departure. Taipei Fashion Week is the city's twice-a-year chance to show off the latest styles for humans. But as Sandy Chi reports, there was an unusual group of models that stole the spotlight at this year's show.
Lights, camera, wag. These special fashionistas dressed in dazzling outfits are taking the runway by storm at Taipei Fashion Week, part of this year's Taipei Fashion Week. This event highlights the work of Justin Zhou, a renowned local designer.
其实我们这次先以动物造型为出发，然后人类去搭配，好像这个比如说阿富汗猎犬金头发，然后配金发的 model， 我们这都是从动物这边先发想，然后再把人的造型搭进去。然后我们这次的服装其实很多都是永续，就是二手的牛仔外套，或者是一些阿嬷的花毯，不同的时代的东西组合在一起。
Many owners were surprised and proud to see their pets hitting the runway in such style.
觉得它超美的，它比我预期中要来的更适合这件衣服，然后它真的很闪亮，我很喜欢。
A growing number of Taiwanese people have decided to adopt pets rather than have kids in recent years. They often treat the animals as full family members, showering them with unlimited toys, cuddles, and sometimes clothes.
其实我就把他们当成自己小朋友，然后就是可以打扮，然后我自己也开心。他就是帅气，我喜欢把他穿帅帅的，就一眼看出来他是男生。然后女生我喜欢那公主风，所以他是很缤纷的样子这样。
他从小就有穿衣服，主要是为了防脏。然后目前为止大概有超过100套衣服吧。
Designer Justin Zhou says he sees fashion becoming a potential trend in Taiwan's pet market.
应该有下一个目标，希望把我们用一些很机能的布料，像奥运的布料，一些负离子，促进新陈代谢，然后对小狗很好或凉感的，放在他们的宠物衣服身上。
And to further spice things up, this runway show has invited a few select audience members to walk down the runway with their pets to compete in a special new contest, dubbed Taipei's Next Top Model. The winner this time, Ivy Lee and her poodle Phoebe.
非常开心，就是觉得非常的值得参加这个活动。我们是奢华风，因为现在我们主人对宠物都非常的用心，希望他们可以达到最好的照顾这样子。
Though there was only one winner, all the contestants here won the appreciation of the audience.
From chic designer outfits to custom couture accessories, this event has proved that fashion isn't just for humans, but also these special companions. Hsinchu and Sandy Chi in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more of our stories. Before we go, check out this dance festival in southern India, one of the area's oldest and most prominent rituals. I'm Jeremy Olivier. Take care and see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, follow TaiwanPlus on socials. Pika!